Imagine a bustling marketplace, with vibrant stalls brimming with goods from every corner of the globe. Now, picture a powerful wind sweeping through, causing disruption and uncertainty among the vendors and shoppers. This is akin to the economic storm unleashed by President Trump's recent 20% tariff on Chinese imports. In this video, we'll delve into the far-reaching effects of this bold policy move, examining its impact on consumer prices, global trade dynamics, and the geopolitical landscape. Join us on this journey as we uncover the intricate web of consequences stemming from this major shift in U.S.-China trade relations. The implementation of a 20% tariff on Chinese imports by the Trump administration has significant ramifications on the global and domestic economy. This tariff is a substantial increase from previous tariffs and targets a wide range of consumer goods and raw materials, leading to various economic consequences. The most immediate effect of the tariff is the increase in consumer prices in the United States. In 2023, China exported approximately $210 billion worth of consumer goods to the U.S., including essential products such as smartphones, apparel, electronics, and toys. With the new 20% tariff, the prices of these goods are expected to rise significantly. For instance, the Consumer Technology Association estimated that smartphone prices could increase by about $213. This rise in prices will directly impact American consumers, leading to higher living costs and potentially reducing the purchasing power of households, particularly those with lower incomes. The new tariff will also disrupt supply chains that have been meticulously developed over decades. Many industries, such as automotive, electronics, and consumer goods, rely on intricate supply chains that span multiple countries, including China. For example, auto companies have supply chains crossing the borders of the United States, Mexico, and Canada, with more than 1 in 5 cars and light trucks sold in the U.S. being built in Canada or Mexico. The increased cost of importing auto parts from China will lead to higher production costs for American manufacturers, potentially resulting in increased prices for final products or a decrease in profit margins for companies. American businesses that rely heavily on Chinese imports will face increased costs due to the tariff. Small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, are particularly vulnerable as they may lack the resources to absorb the additional costs or shift their supply chains to other countries. This could lead to reduced competitiveness of American products both domestically and internationally. Companies may pass on the increased costs to consumers, leading to higher prices, or they may be forced to cut costs elsewhere, potentially resulting in layoffs or reduced investments in growth and innovation. The tariff is also likely to affect the trade balance between the United States and China. While the tariff aims to reduce the trade deficit by discouraging imports, it may lead to retaliatory measures by China. In response to previous tariffs, China imposed duties on several U.S. products, including agricultural goods, automobiles, and energy products. With the new 20% tariff, China is likely to retaliate further, targeting key American exports. This escalation could result in a trade war, with both countries imposing additional tariffs on each other's goods, leading to reduced trade volumes and economic inefficiencies. At a macroeconomic level, the tariff could contribute to inflationary pressures in the U.S. economy. The rise in prices of imported goods will feed into overall inflation, potentially prompting the Federal Reserve to adjust its monetary policy. Additionally, the tariffs may lead to slower economic growth, as higher costs and uncertainties dampen business investment and consumer spending. The imposition of a 20% tariff on Chinese imports by the Trump administration has significant political ramifications, both domestically and internationally. This policy move is part of a broader strategy to reshape global trade dynamics and assert American economic interests. Here, we will explore the political impact of this tariff in detail. primary political motivations behind the tariff is to strengthen President Trump's political base. By imposing tariffs on Chinese imports, Trump aims to appeal to American workers and industries that have been adversely affected by globalization and outsourcing. The tariff is seen as a measure to protect American jobs and industries, particularly in manufacturing and agriculture. This move resonates with Trump's core supporters, who view it as a fulfillment of his campaign promises to prioritize American interests. However, the tariff has also contributed to increased political polarization within the United States. While Trump's supporters view the tariff as a necessary step to protect American industries, critics argue that it will lead to higher consumer prices and economic inefficiencies. The tariff has become a contentious issue in the political discourse, with Democrats and some Republicans opposing the policy. This polarization is likely to intensify as the economic effects of the tariff become more apparent. The tariff represents a significant shift in U.S. trade policy. Traditionally, the United States has championed free trade and open markets. However, the imposition of tariffs marks a departure from this approach, signaling a more protectionist stance. This shift has implications for future trade negotiations and agreements. Other countries may be more cautious in their dealings with the United States, anticipating potential tariff measures. This could complicate efforts to negotiate new trade deals or renegotiate existing ones. The tariff has further strained relations between the United States and China. The two countries have been engaged in a trade war since 2018, with both sides imposing tariffs on each other's goods. The latest 20% tariff is likely to escalate tensions, leading to retaliatory measures from China. Beijing has already imposed duties on several U.S. products, including coal, liquefied natural gas, crude oil, agricultural machinery, and certain automobiles. The ongoing trade conflict has broader implications for the geopolitical landscape, as both countries vie for economic and strategic dominance. The tariff also has implications for global trade dynamics. As the world's two largest economies, the United States and China play a crucial role in the global economy. The imposition of tariffs disrupts supply chains and trade flows, affecting other countries that are part of these networks. For example, countries that export raw materials to China or import finished goods from the United States may experience economic disruptions. Additionally, the tariff may prompt other countries to adopt similar protectionist measures, leading to a more fragmented and less predictable global trade environment. The tariff has diplomatic repercussions beyond the U.S.-China relationship. Other countries are closely watching the trade conflict and may adjust their own trade policies in response. Allies and trading partners of the United States may seek to distance themselves from the U.S. to avoid being caught in the crossfire of the trade war. This could lead to a realignment of global alliances and trade partnerships, with countries seeking to diversify their trade relationships to reduce dependence on any single market.